my fellow comic book collectors, this is part 9, the finale. So, we made it through. There's a lot of books. There's just a few slabs left. It's not going to be like as many books, but these books are quite special. I have to say, these are some really major books. I'm quite excited about some of the bigger books in this one. I'm going to show you some stuff that is just stuff you don't see very often, and stuff that I'm super excited to have. Some of these were on my 2022 want list. Some of these books I've wanted since I was a kid. I never thought I could even ever buy. Like, these are books that were kind of books that I didn't think I would ever get, just because it is like there's some really big books. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get these actually. Okay, let's see. So this first one is a collection of books that I got from somebody I met on Instagram. And he was basically, he was trying to, I think he was trying to buy some Grail book. So he was selling his not so major Grails, but still big books. You know, I was kind of surprised that he was even giving these ones up. So we got, right off the bat, we got Zoot. Actually, I already have this book, but my copy, somebody drew all over her face. So she has a beard. So I was quite happy to get this copy because it's not actually, it's a lower grade than the one that I have, but it at least doesn't have the drawing on the face. So this is a Jack Kamen cover, and you got Rula there. So just a really great cover. You know, a little bit of bondage there, a little bit of bondage, and you got this kind of cat fight going on between the two girls. So that's Zoot number 9, and if you, another great Zoot cover. This is Zoot number 13. And this is another, I believe this is, it doesn't say, which is kind of weird. It doesn't say who the cover artist is, but a lot of these covers were done by Jack Kamen and maybe Matt Baker. It was kind of weird how that worked. They would kind of work on the covers together a lot of the time. So yeah, so this is Zoot number 13. Just a really great cover. I mean, like, so much going on. You got the snake, got her, you know, she's fighting a leopard. It's like so much stuff going on. This is from 1948, another Fox publication. So I'm trying to get most of those Zoots. They're quite hard to get though, and they can get quite pricey. Some of them are highly sought after. And Zoot was one of those comics that was mentioned in Seduction of the Innocent because of the very sexual nature and very graphic violence that happened in them. So here's another great one. Speaking of graphic violence, this is Mysterious Adventures number 21, and it is just a great decapitation cover. Well, she's going to get decapitated, or at least a trim. You get the, you know, she's like, her head's like just ready to be chopped. And you got the guy in bondage in the background. The girl's in bondage too. And you got all these zombies or whatever they are in the background. So this is Mysterious Adventures number 21. And Mysterious Adventures is kind of a weird series because it features some really great skeleton covers. I'm not sure why, but it just did. So this is a great pre-code horror cover from 1954. And speaking of great covers, one of the greatest cover artists of the Golden Age, Matt Baker. This is a Matt Baker cover. This is Wartime Romances, number 13. And it's just a Matt Baker cover. And yeah, just quite nice. Not a high grade, it's a 1.0, but it's probably like a split spine. I believe that's the issue with it. But it's one of those cases where once it's in the slab, you can't see that it's a split spine, and it presents really well. So it's just a really, really great one. Really nice cover. Matt Baker, once you get kind of used to his style, you really appreciate it over time. He could really capture people's emotions very well. He was a brilliant artist, so I really like Matt Baker. And he really was good at doing the good girl art, I have to say. Okay. Oh, okay. So we went from Golden Age, now we're going to more modern stuff. This is from Bronze Age. This is John Carter, Warlord of Mars, number 11. And this is the origin of Deja Thors. So kind of a cool bondage cover too. I just really like the cover. But it is a key issue in terms of her origin story. It's just a really great, isn't that an awesome cover? I really like it. So this is Marv Wolfman story, and then it's Dave Cockrum and Rudy Nebers cover and art. So kind of cool. I kind of like it. So I like it because it is the origin of Deja Thors, a character that I do like, and great bondage cover. So really wonderful. Okay, got some more stuff here. Some more Golden Age. So this is Joker, and this is just a good girl art cover. So this is Joker number 30 from 1947, and it's Basil Warrington art. So kind of cool. He's a very famous artist. So yeah, just a really great cover though. Good girl art cover. So Joker. Joker number 30. So, and then we got, so the early Jungle Comics. This is Jungle Comics number 5. This is actually a classic Will Eisner cover. Does it actually say that? Yeah, it says that it's a Will Eisner cover, but it is a classic one. It's kind of a highly sought after cover because of the fact that it is Will Eisner. Now I picked up all of these Golden Age books from the same vendor on Instagram. He was basically, as I said, he was selling these books affordably so that he could get an upgrade for one of his comics or buy some Grail that he's going after. But this is just, I thought this was a really great book. So that's Jungle Comics number 5. Okay. Now, last 2 books are both major books. Sadly, though, they're both restored, which is kind of funny. But even though they're restored, they can be quite pricey. And I kind of mentioned one of them several times in previous videos because, I knew that it was coming. It was one that I kind of wanted to prepare people for in a way. Because I wanted people to kind of be on the same page as me in terms of why I bought it and in terms of why I bought a restored book. Because I actually think buying restored isn't such a bad idea sometimes. Okay, but this first book, I'll show this one first, is one that I've been chasing for a while. And I think I've bid on this book maybe about 4 or 5 times now and always lost. Fortunately, this time I won. And I think I won because it was restored and people weren't, they didn't want to go crazy with it. So this is Tales from the Crypt, number 33. This is the origin of the Crypt Keeper. but it's also a really great Jack Davis cover. And I just always love this cover. Like, you know, it's just something about this mummy and the two-headed guy in the back, all these freaks, is kind of just really appealing to me. I don't know why. I just really like this cover. So the restoration includes a small amount of color touch on the cover. I don't know where the color touch is, but I'll get like a light and I can check where it is later. But it's still a great cover. I'm quite happy to have it. So yeah, this is Jack Kamen art, Jack Davis cover. So kind of cool. That's the first big book. And the last big book is the biggest book of this whole entire unboxing. And it's the one that I'm most excited about. It was a bit of a spend. I did have to pay up for this book. Because it is one that I got to tell a little bit of a story for. Okay, so what happened was in 2022, I was doing my top 10 video. And top 10 comics that I wanted to get in 2022. And one of the books that was on there was this one. And it had been in auction. So it was in auction before I recorded the video. And by the time I aired it, there was another day left of the auction. I thought I could win it because I was the top bid. And so the auction day came up. You know, this was after my video where I said, this is one of the top 10 comics I want to get this year. And the bid went insane. It went, I bid, I had my top bid at $5,000. It was for a 2.0. This was a 2.0 grade. And my bid was $5,000, which was actually much higher than the previous sale. The previous sale was $3,000 for a 2.0. So it just blew past my, you know, it blew past what I thought, you know, would easily win it. I thought $5,000 I'll easily win because I'm way over the previous record for the book. Well, it kept on going after. I actually went up to 6,000 because I thought, oh, maybe I'll just go up a little bit more. I went to 6. It kept on going. It went to 8, then 9, then 10, then 11. And that's when it stopped at $11,400. So really expensive in a 2.0. So I was like, oh man, that's just way too much. Like, what am I gonna get? A 0.5 because I can't afford anything else? So I was really, really upset about that because it was just so expensive. And somebody on eBay actually had a copy, and they wanted $17,000 for I think it was a 3.0 copy. So they actually, it was almost $18,000. And I was trying to talk them down to $13,000 because I thought that was a little bit more realistic. And, you know, they said they would think about it, and like, you know, they were thinking about it. And, you know, I was sort of like, oh, I'm going to be paying for that for the rest of my life, basically. It's like, it's just so expensive. And then Comic Link had an auction, and they had a restored copy, and it has lots of restoration. I'm going to read it. I'm going to build this up so you know, figure out what this book is. Restoration includes color touch, pieces added, reinforced, and it is from the collection of John Burke. Not sure who John Burke is, but that's kind of cool. I'll look him up afterwards. Yeah, so I was, you know, that's the restoration. It's considered moderate restoration. It is white pages though. It's a white page copy. That's pretty impressive. And it is high grade. So I was like, okay, on this one, I'll go to my previous maximum, and I won it for 5,000. I think it was 5,500. So here is the book. It is Police Comics #1. And this is a major key because it's the first appearance of the Phantom Lady, first appearance of the Human Bomb, first appearance of Plastic Man, first appearance of Mouthpiece, first appearance of Firebrand, first appearance, it's like pretty much all the key characters that are in this book, it's their first appearances. And the big one being Plastic Man. And for me, Phantom Lady as well. So the point is, like, this was a big, big book to get. I really wanted to get this book because it is such a major Grail book. And to get it for basically less than the cost of a 0.5, it just didn't make any sense to me that I could get a 7.0 white pages for the cost of half, maybe, of a of a 2.0. So I thought that was pretty great. So that has been. What do you guys think? Would you rather a 7.0 or would you rather a 0.5 blue label? Which would you rather? Personally, I'd rather the 7.0. So restored. So yeah, just something to think about. I'd love to hear your opinions on that. And I hope you enjoyed this finale. This was the big book. I'll show you the back. And I'll read some more notes on it. It's Reed Crandall art, Gil Fox cover and art. So Gil Fox, actually, he did Torchic as well. So kind of cool that he did the cover. And he also did Lady Luck as well. So he kind of a great artist, Gil Fox. So that has been part 9. Wow, just such a long unboxing. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to watch the other parts if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, and thanks again for watching.